Welcome to the channel. In the following video, I will be covering introduction to financial markets. In this video, I will be talking about the following things: financial markets, types of financial markets, important apps and websites, fundamental analysis, technical analysis, sentimental analysis, risk management, trading plan, entry and exit strategy, and finally, trading psychology. What are financial markets? Financial markets is the financial market is the place where different financial assets such as bonds, shares, commodities, currencies, derivatives, etc. are traded. It is a virtual marketplace that is accessible to anyone who can access the internet. Meaning, as long as you have access to the internet wherever you are, you can access the financial markets because it is a virtual place. So what are these financial assets that we're talking about? Financial assets refer to intangible assets with monetary value, typically represented by legal ownership or a contract to claim. Financial assets are highly liquid, meaning they can be readily converted into cash. Different types of financial assets come with varying levels of risk and potential return. So meaning, if you're trading a certain asset, it might have a certain level of risk and a certain level of return. So this is dependent on market conditions, interest rates, and economical influences. So what are the types of financial assets? So these assets are sometimes called instruments and sometimes are called symbols. So these are the types of financial assets. We have stocks. Examples include Tesla, Apple, Alibaba, Microsoft, and many more. Then the other type of financial assets we have is funds. Examples include SBDR, S&P 500 Trust, Inesco QQQ Trust Series 1, and many more. Then comes futures. Examples include gold futures, oil futures, Bitcoin futures, and many more. Then we come to indices. Examples include S&P 500, the dollar index, US 30, and NAS 100. Then we have forex. Examples of forex assets include Euro USD, Great British Pound USD, dollar versus yen, Australian dollar versus USD, and many more. Then we have bonds. Examples include US 30Y, Japanese 30Y, German 30Y, US 10-year bond, and many more. There are so many, I could only list a few. Then we have cryptocurrencies. So examples include Bitcoin, Peercoin, Dogecoin, Litecoin, and many other cryptocurrencies. Then we have economy. Examples include unemployment rates and Fed funds. This is an example of economic assets. Then we have finally options. Examples include SBIN options, 25th July call 850. So some of these assets I have never even checked them out because my focus is just on these two that I have underlined: indices and forex. I mainly trade Euro USD and GBP USD. I do look at the dollar index just for reference when I'm trading currency pairs. I find them easy because each trader has what they are comfortable with. So for me, it's easy. I'm able to make informed decisions easily, and it's just my preference. Next comes apps and websites. So Just like a doctor needs his surgical instruments to perform surgery, a trader needs trading tools to make informed decisions to execute perfect trades. So here is a list of apps and websites that come in handy for traders. So we'll start with the apps. First and foremost, we have MetaTrader 5. This is used for technical analysis. So don't worry about terms that you do not understand. I will explain as we move on. So MetaTrader 5 is the app that you use for technical analysis and executing your trades as well. You can also use TradingView for technical analysis and executions. Then Forex Factory is used for fundamental analysis. We come to websites. We have Forex Factory, investing.com, cnbc.com. All these three are just used for fundamental analysis, and you can also use them for sentimental analysis, and I'll explain more in future videos. So these are the icons of various apps. We have MetaTrader. In case you want to download it, just go to your app store or search for it on the web, and you'll be able to find this icon, and you can download it anywhere. We have TradingView, investing.com, Forex Factory, and CNBC. So now we talk about fundamental analysis. What is fundamental analysis? So it just involves studying the impact of global economical events on assets. So global economical events can include pandemics, war, interest rates, anything that just has a global impact can also affect asset trends. So this analysis requires a deep understanding of the economy and financial factors such as interest rates, inflation, and political stability. So analysts keep track of news and events as well as economical indicators to gain insight into likely currency price trends. They will look at inflation, political stability, and interest rates and make an informed decision where the currency will go. So it provides a long-term perspective. You'll be able to have a long-term perspective, 3 to 6 months. When you are able to understand, you'll be with the trend. You'll make the trend your friend. So there's what we call an economic calendar. This is created by economists to predict upcoming economic figures and value based on previous months. So meaning there will be certain values that will be predicted, and this can help us to have an insight in what can happen when the news is released on a specific date. So it includes things like data, the time, the currency, data released, the actual figures, what the forecast was, and the previous figures. So here is an example of an economic calendar. This economic calendar is for the week of July 14th to July 20th, 2024. So you see on a Monday we had red impact or high impact news, which is demarcated by a red folder. For USD, the Empire State Manufacturer Index was being released. So the figures came out. The previous was -6. Then the forecast was -5.5, but the actual was -6.6. So it came out negative. So this is an example of what an economic calendar is. It will give you insight in what you are looking for a specific day, week, month, whatever range you want to use. So like we have unemployment rates on Thursday around 14:30 Zambian time. So the USD will have unemployment claims, and the previous was 222k, then we have 229k as the forecast. So we'll be anticipating certain figures on that day. and will make informed decision based on how the numbers will come out. Then I would like to bring your attention to technical analysis. So technical analysis is just a method that traders use to identify investment opportunities, to identify when they can actually make that trade. So they do this by analyzing trading activity and price fluctuations to uncover trends and patterns in market charts. It can be applied in any security with historical data, including stocks, futures, commodities, fixed income, currencies, and other securities. So this is just focused on the price movement. How is the price moving of tradable assets? And in some analysts track trading volume or open interest futures and things like that. So it is usually in conjunction with other forms of research by professional analysis. You don't just use technical analysis only, you employ it with other types of analysis. So here is an example of technical analysis. This is a chart for GBP USD on the 15-minute time frame. This is the trade that I took on Monday around 12 hours. So my anticipation was that price would move up, then retest, come back into a point of interest, and then shoot to the upside. So this is an example of technical analysis. It involves the asset, which is GBP USD, the time frame, the session, the price, and drawings. So this green part indicates profits, this red part indicates negatives. So it means if price goes down below this level, I'll be out with negatives. But if it goes to the upside, up to somewhere where my take profit is, I'll be in profits. So that is an example of technical analysis. Then we have sentimental analysis. So forex sentimental analysis is a process of identifying the position and emotions of traders, meaning whether they are net long or net short. It shows you whether there are more buyers than sellers and vice versa. So meaning when we look at this picture to the right, we see AUD versus Japanese yen, Australian dollar versus Japanese yen. It shows that 50% of the traders, 52% of the traders are bullish and 48% of the traders are bearish, meaning it's almost a tie. Therefore, price will not move a lot during this time. It will be more like a tug of war. You would want to trade something like this. This is Euro versus CHF. So there are 82 traders who are bullish, and there are only 18 traders who are going short. So this means this has volume. Price is going in certain direction because there is clearly an imbalance. So up to this point, we have covered financial markets, and we said financial markets are virtual marketplaces where you trade currency pairs or whatever stocks, financial assets. Then we talked about the types of financial assets, and I emphasized that I only look at indices and forex. Then we have important apps where I talked about MetaTrader, I talked about TradingView, Forex Factory, and then we have fundamental analysis. I said this involves looking at the impact of global economy. Then I talked about technical analysis where I talked about the type of asset you're looking at, the drawings you're looking on the charts, and the time frames you're trading in. It's all about the drawings and the charts. Then I looked at sentimental analysis. Sentimental analysis is just talking about whether there are more sellers or buyers. Whether there are more sellers than buyers in the market or vice versa. So when you understand that, you can make informed decisions about whether to go long or to go short. So watch out for the next video. That's where I will talk about risk management, the trading plan, entry and exit strategy, and then I'll finally talk about psychology. In future videos, I'm going to be breaking down each of these components so that we can be able to understand in depth what to do and avoid making unnecessary losses. So until next time, I'm out.